Many still don't know the Genesis brand, despite the fact that they've been selling two different nameplates for a couple of years now. Both top-notch luxury sedans, one of which comes in a delectable sport trim. But this one here has been designed for you drivers out there. It is their sportiest and most affordable car yet. It's the all-new G70. The Genesis brand launched late in 2016, and it's still learning to fly, having left the Hyundai nest for its own retail space, but in limited numbers. The nearest dealership to me is over 45 miles away. And in an SUV world, they don't offer a single one. In recent years, luxury automakers measured their coolness by their compact sports sedans. That's no longer the case, but having a car that starts at under $40,000 is important, and the G70 could be the car that gets the metal moving. Why? Because its rear-wheel drive still offers a stick, and most of all, has an exclusive allure that has captured the attention of car enthusiasts. Just like its corporate counterpart, the Kia Stinger, the G70 comes standard with a 2-liter turbo. All-wheel drive and a 6-speed manual are available, but mutually exclusive. But the power play is with this car here, the G70 rear-wheel drive with the 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6. It's a powerhouse with an elegant interior and a chassis tuned for friskiness. 365 horsepower, 376 pound-feet of torque, an 8-speed auto, and a 0 to 60 time of 4.5 seconds only tells half of the story. This car is low, lightweight, and lithesome. It's what you would call dialed in. But with the magic of drive modes, it can also be an eco-minded small car replete with comfort and convenience. Gas mileage is rated at 21 mpg on premium. What it doesn't have is much room. Rear seats are pretty tight, even with the deeply positioned bottoms, and footroom can be non-existent. It's also tricky getting in and out. So the G70 is for you and your passenger to enjoy. Much like going on a roller coaster with your friend, this car loves to spin its rear tires as you take it through the twists and turns. I have not watched nor read one single review of this car, but I have seen the headlines proclaiming the G70 is not the Kia Stinger. Two completely different cars, they say. Well, that's pretty misleading because, frankly, the G70 drives very similar to the Kia Stinger GT I tested last summer. Lots of turbo boost that comes on quickly, frequently overwhelming the rear tires for lots of tail wagging time. Now, if you consider yourself a driver at a decent or above level, then that kind of playtime can be really fun. However, if you're the kind of driver who is not comfortable steering a car when the rear end is going sideways, the G70 is going to scare the crap out of you. On winter tires and salt-covered roads, the G70 is overly eager to flaunt its stuff, but a ball of fun if you like this sort of thing. Going back to the Stinger comparison for a moment, I do feel as though the G70's handling is a little more predictable and not as prone to understeer, then quick oversteer as I experienced in the Kia. The steering is beautifully light and accurate, and whatever lack of feel I'm sensing, I'm blaming on the winter rubber. The limited slip differential certainly gets its work in, and even in the lesser drive modes, an abrupt push on the gas pedal will get the back end moving. Traction and stability control make sure things don't get too far out of hand, and launch control also helps when going for max acceleration. This car is fast. I mean, it can really shove you into your seat as those rear tires desperately search for grip. Now, the G70 is different than other cars in its class in that it puts the driver directly in the spotlight. Of course, sport mode is the most rambunctious, where the difference between simply cruising down the road and full-on oversteer is just a delicate push away. Is it fun? It absolutely is. I have been having a blast with this car out on the back roads, and the cabin makes me feel right at home. But this rear-wheel drive twin-turbo G70 is for a very specific kind of driver. The $4,250 Prestige package adds these gorgeous, soft Nappa leather seats with quilting, a heads-up display, surround view monitor, and more. Other than having to squat some to get in, the front seats are very comfortable, and the cabin is chock full of goodies like wireless device charging, all the driver assistance stuff, and brilliantly easy infotainment. And I love how when you activate sport mode, the driver's seat side bolsters automatically hug a little harder. With the winter tires, it's a little noisier in here, but not bad. The engine sounds can be adjusted up if desired, and the ride quality is very well balanced, neither too firm or too soft, with tight body control. I only wish the car started up in smart mode, where the computer reads your driving style and tailors the G70 accordingly, and not comfort mode. The Hyundai electronics are excellent though, so getting to what you want is always easy. At $48,995 as tested, I like the G70, but I'm curious about the all-wheel drive model just to see how the driving dynamics change. Paddle shifting in sport mode on your favorite country roads is the reason you buy this one. But if you're looking for something a little meeker with more passenger room, you might want to keep moving. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.